In this video, I'm going to show you how you can access the world's best coding models like Opus 4.6, MiniMax M2.5, and others for free and at a fraction of the cost. This Sunday, I spent my whole day researching this topic and unknowingly did some comparisons and testing of LLMs. I hope you find this video helpful and please watch it until the end. So, let's get started. First of all, I prompted every major LLM with the request, give me the best coding model from the following, and I provided them with the world's top performing models currently, Opus 4.6, Codex 5.3, Kimi K 2.5, GLM5, and MiniMax M2.5. Initially, ChatGPT gave me a biased answer, or perhaps unbiased since it is GPT after all. Then, Kimi gave us a good answer, suggesting Claude Opus 4.6, which has an SWE score of 80.8, followed by MiniMax M2.5. We asked the same question to GLM, which also recommended Claude Opus 4.6. Every other big LLM provided its own comparison or list, but most of them ranked Opus 4.6 at the top, followed by Codex, and then MiniMax M2.5. I also prompted Gemini with the same question. I didn't prompt Sonnet or Opus because, in my region, Opus was unavailable when I was shooting this video. So that's that. This video is divided into two parts. The first is simply for chatting, and the second is for developers using IDE tools. First, let's look at chatting or the casual use of these models. You can use Opus 4.6 and other top models on the LM Arena. You have to go to the Direct button, and then you can select your model, as we discussed in a previous video. Next up, to use Claude Opus 4.6, you can also go to Ninja AI, where you can find the Opus model. You have to click this button. Although it has some limits, as every website like this does, you can go to Complex Plus to see Opus 4.6, and in Complex, you can access Sonnet 4.5. It is a pretty good website. I prompted Opus 4.6 to create a simulation of string theory in Rust, and it created it perfectly, which I'm going to show you later in this video. There are some other tools you can use, like Warp Terminal, Kyler Code, and Amazon Q Developer, but these are all credit-based or have some pretty strict limits. Let's move on to the developer section. Now, I prompted every LLM about where I can access these models for free. ChatGPT gave me a very casual answer with no links, so I didn't like it. Later on, I asked GLM, which gave some options like LM Arena, official websites, and Pewter.js. I asked Gemini the same thing, and it gave me options like the GitHub Student Discount and Ninja Code, but these aren't very promising for a developer. I asked MiniMax M2.5, and it also gave me vague answers about official websites. Then I asked Kimi K 2.5, and this is where it gets interesting. It gave me every single method I can use to get models for free, such as access to M2.5 and Opus 4.6. First, we'll see how to get Opus 4.6 for free. It suggested opencode plus Antigravity, which is pretty interesting, followed by Kilocode and Warp Terminal. I asked how I could use Claude Code with Antigravity authentication. It told me Google is banning accounts that use opencode authentication for using Antigravity's models in Claude Code, so I dropped this point. Lots of YouTubers suggest this, but you shouldn't go this way, so this option is gone. Next, we have MiniMax M2.5 with opencode, which we can get for free. But first, in Antigravity, you can get Opus 4.6 for free. Let's look at the plans for Opus. They range from $17 to $100. Claude Code is basically free, but you have to pay for the model you use, like Opus 4.6. In Antigravity, you can get the extension for Claude Code, though I checked and it requires paid authentication. So, don't go this way if you want it for free. However, In Antigravity, you get Opus 4.6 for free inside the Antigravity agent, which is not bad. To access Opus 4.6, simply click on the model selection here and use it for your project. MiniMax M2.5 provides the performance of Opus 4.5 at a fraction of the cost, almost 7 times cheaper, as you can see in this benchmarks. If you don't want to pay even that, we can do the following. Download opencode. First, follow the on-screen instruction for that. Opencode gives free access to MiniMax M2.5 and KimiK 2.5. Opus 4.6 and MiniMax M2.5 have almost the same score on SWE benchmarks, 80.8 and 80.2. We can use MiniMax for coding too, and it's very cheap. Let's use this model in opencode. If you're using Windows, open your Powershell where we're going to execute the commands. If you get an error, type the command provided so you don't encounter it again. Then we install opencode. I'm making a new directory called open-code-1 and opening it. Now let's install opencode here. All the details and links are in the description. I forgot to add AI in the command previously. Now it's installing opencode properly. The installation is complete, so let me launch it. Now we are running opencode on the PC. To select the model, type /models. You can see three free models here. We're going to select MiniMax M2.5 free. Let's give it the same prompt for the string theory simulation. I also explored the GitHub Student Discount. Let's try this method. This is for students. You can skip this part if you aren't a student. On the GitHub education page, click Start an Application. You must add your institutions.edu email. You can get Claude Opus 4.6 and Codex 5.3 for free under GitHub Copilot. Now here, as I said, click on Start Application, then select a student, then upload proof, like your ID card or any valid document stating you are a student. Submit the application. If your profile is incomplete, it will reject you, so complete that first. Enable two-factor authentication. Add details in billing section. No need of credit card, and enter your full name exactly as it appears on your document. Once approved, usually within 72 hours, you can claim the $0 plan in the billing section. Then, you can use GitHub Copilot inside VS Code and you'll see the Codex 5.3 and Opus 4.6 buttons here. Our opencode simulation on the local server produced a pretty good simulation. If you find other ways to get models for free, let me know in the comments. Cursor and KiloCode also offer some credits for students. Claude Code is for fast users, while opencode is a little slower and takes time. Ollama also offers free access to KimiK 2.5, GLM5, and MiniMax M2.5. Pewter.js also gives free access to MiniMax M2.5. You can try them too. MiniMax costs roughly 0.3 per million input tokens. It's crazy cheap if you're serious about development. And these are all the ways you can use best AI models for free, as I can find dated 15th February 2026. If you found more ways, let me know in comments and help each other in comments. The Ninja AI results fascinated me. Cause I know a little bit of string theory. Also, I found this simulation way more interesting. That's it for today's video. All the links resources I used is in the description. If this helped you, give it a like and subscribe. I'll meet you in the next one.